I put like a fragile tag on the luggage, like they totally treated it like garbage and just tossed everything around. That's partially my fault. The luggage was full, and these are like hollow-ish boxes. But yeah, so there's a Nico figure, Sunny Day song, and then I also got a Mackie Sunny Day song. The reason I picked up the Maki one when Umi is best girl is because Umi doesn't come out until August 26th, so it was kind of a slap in the face that I couldn't get her figure. So second best, I guess. No offense to all the Maki fans out there. Already at 34 minutes. Let's see. So yeah, why not? To go off of that, let me show you all the Umi stuff that I bought. So for those of you who don't watch Love Live, go ahead and skip ahead like 3-4 minutes because this is going to be all my nerdy Love Live stuff. Because Love Live is like huge in Japan. Like there's giant posters of it. Like if you go to any of the arcades, they'll always have like Love Live prizes. I'm surprised they don't have a Love Live arcade game because I'm sure it would, do very well commercially. But yes, Love Live, very big in Japan. I would recommend watching it before you go. Otherwise, like, half of the pop culture there might not make as much sense as it should. So, thanks to Daphne, because I ran out of coins that day, she rolled a gacha for me and got the Kira Kira Sensation Umi. And it's really sad to think about looking back at it that I lost my breath when she got this. Like, the idol life is bad, guys. It is dark and scary and not safe for work or children. But while I was there, I also picked up some card sleeves because character card sleeves in the States are like really, really expensive. Like these just got released. I bought them for $7.90. They cost $20 in the US. And then these I bought because this is one of my favorite Love Live songs. And apparently in the States it's like $60 to get these, and I bought it for $10. Like if you guys can convert, it's pretty much just move the decimal place down by 2. So it I don't know if it'll show up correctly, but it's 1,000. So it's $10, 10 USD, because it was a 1-to-1 ratio between the Japanese yen and the penny. But yeah, $60 for these. Like dang, I wouldn't pay $60 for this, but I'd definitely pay $10 for it. The next thing is this. This is a signboard. And for those of you who don't know what this is, pretty much if you ever meet like the voice actors for a character, you can have them sign the board. And just like an autographed photo or something. This is like a board, so it's like tough. It's not like a flimsy piece of paper. And it has her picture on it. So if I ever got the voice actress to sign this, I could probably sell it for a lot if I'd ever feel like selling it, which I probably wouldn't. But yeah, this is another thing I picked up, just because I felt like it was like a part of the culture, signboards. Maybe it's not, who knows. The next thing is this. I have no idea what this is. When I tried translating it, it was called a reserve wristlet. And I don't know if it means like you reserved yourself for the character on it, because I also saw one for guys too. Like video game guys, like Tails characters. But yeah, I thought it was really cool because it's just a subtle piece of like fandom. So it's the charm, and then it's just like a really subtle bracelet. Nothing like super in your face. It's not like it has like a picture of her on it or anything. And then it also came with a postcard. I just really liked it because it was subtle. It wasn't like, boom, this is like the best girl, yours is wrong. Yeah, it was a nice little charm. I didn't see it being sold anywhere on eBay or anything like that, so I was like, I'll pick it up. No big. It was like $25. But the next thing is this is a phone charm of Umi, and I thought it was really cute because it's like the charm is picking her up from her hat, and there's like stretch marks on the hat, and she's like trying to hold on for dear life by holding her hat down. And I thought it was just super cute, and I was like, this is nice. It's not like blatantly obvious. It's a little funny too, so totally had to pick it up. The next thing is Travel Buddy Umi. If you look at my picture, she's always hanging off of my bag. And we each picked up... She's got, like, huge ears, by the way. She's got, like, these huge elfish ears. Okay, not elfish ears, but, like, the hair makes them look like elf ears. On the very first day when we went to Akihabara, we picked up these little box heads of our favorite girl. So Daphne has Ellie's on hers, and I had Umi on mine. So yeah, if you look at all the pictures, they'll all have, like, almost all of them, if I have my bag on, will have her in them. The last thing was, when we were at the arcade, they had the snow halation figure for Umi, but, like, I couldn't win. Like, I tried so hard to win, and I spent, like, $20 at the machine, and then after a bit, I was just like, I can't win this. I can't win this. So instead, I just bought her. So this was, it cost $15 to buy it, which was less than the amount that I, risked to try and get her from the arcade game. Again, if you can see, like, there's, like, dents on the box because it wasn't handled with care. But, yeah, I was sick of losing, and I wanted to go home with an Umi figure because I can't show people who Best Girl is if I obviously don't have any things of her. So, again, Love Live, big part of the culture there. It's, like, a really big hit over there, so I had to pick up some stuff for who I thought was the best girl. Moving on, so while we were in Japan, I got to see one of my host families, wait, time out, backstory. So 6 years ago, I went to Japan, with a high school group, and we stayed with host families, and I got to stay with two because more host families signed up than kids that went, or someone dropped out or something like that. So I stayed with two. So one of them, gave me a nice chopstick set. So these are the chopsticks, and then it also came with a spoon, and it also came with this thing. And for those of you who don't know what this is, in Japanese culture, it's like bad etiquette to, like, leave your chopsticks in your food like a fork, or to just, put them down on the table flat. So what this is that you put your chopsticks like that, so that way it's not touching the table and it's not, like, sticking out of your food. So this is like a set. I can't particularly say why there was a spoon. I don't really know. If someone wants to fill in that blank for me, go ahead, throw it in the comments below. But yeah, this is one of the gifts from my host family, and it was really nice being able to eat lunch with them because I haven't seen them in so long. Like, one of the kids, he was like 4.5 feet last time I saw him, and now he's like 5'5" or something, and I don't know, it's just crazy seeing, like, people that you haven't seen in 6 years. Like, his hair was a different color, the mom got the haircut short. It was just really nice seeing them. And then, so that family had two sons. Unfortunately, only one of them could make it out, but the other one wrote me a letter and got me this good luck charm. And bells are just, like, a good luck charm thing in Japan. I can't exactly say why, I forgot, but I know it's, like, a good luck charm thing. You could pick them up from temples and stuff. So that was from one host family. From the second host family, they got me sushi candy, which is really nice and cool looking because it's, like, I didn't even think about picking up sushi candy, but they covered me. And then they also got me this cool shirt. Now, to be fair with you guys, my kanji, which is, like, Japanese, one of the 3 forms of speaking in Japanese, isn't exactly perfect. I haven't studied it since high school. But yeah, this is a really nice looking shirt. It was so funny because when I met with that second host family's son, unfortunately only one of them came out. They have 3 sons though. We were talking about how, Japanese fashion is cool and it's better than American fashion, where it's just like American fashion where every brand is written on your shirt. Like, if you have a shirt from Guess what? It's gonna have Guess jeans written all over the front so that you know where it's from. Or, like, Hollister clothes. And yeah, like, needless to say, I don't really like American brand clothes. So they got me covered with a shirt. And lastly, when it comes to stuff I bought, it's just all my crazy haha fandom stuff. So I'll start with this one because this was the weirdest one. It isn't a personal fandom of mine, but a friend wanted to go. So take your judgment goggles off. These are pink kitty ears from a maid cafe called Maid Dreamin'. And the reason I got kitty ears is because I asked the maid which one she thought was her favorite. And she said the cat ears. And I was like, okay, cat ears, sure, fine, why not? Part of the maid cafe experience. And then I saw one that was white and pink, so it was like white on the rim and then pink on the inside. And then my friend got it, and I was like, damn, the only other kitty ears left are pink. So yeah, for 2 hours I wore pink kitty ears, and you guys better savor this because I don't ever plan on putting these things on again. So this is what I looked like for pretty much the whole time we ate at that cafe. And it was a weird experience because you had to like bless all your food with magical spells that made them taste better. So for example, and again, savor this, I'm never going to do it again, you would do something where you'd make a heart and then you'd blast your food with heart rays, or you would blast your food with cat calls, or you would blast your food with like happiness. It was fun. It was odd, for sure. Now I'm gonna take these things off because I look stupid. But Maid Cafe, I definitely recommend going once because the food is pretty solid and the desserts are really cool and they decorate everything. Like I had like an egg omelet with like a cat drawn on it. It was kind of cool. And then like oh my gosh, there was this one guy while we were there. You could pay for a live concert from one of the maids, and it's like a singing concert. It's not like a weird stripper pole American erotic kind of concert. So it was a really cute like singing one. And then this guy, man, like he was going ham. He was like rocking his head everywhere. He like jumped up and down. He like knocked his chair over almost. It was the craziest thing. And he was with his friend. And his friend was just like, oh God, why am I here with him? I don't understand. And we were just there. We were bystanders of this really weird guy who loved maids. But yeah, these are my pink kitty ears. God forbid I ever have to wear them again. The next thing is gonna be, so we went to the Square Enix cafe. It was called Artnia. And their napkins, so I kept a napkin. I know, weird. But they have 7th Heaven napkins. So for those of you who played Final Fantasy VII, 7th Heaven was the name of the cafe, or the bar that's owned by Tifa and Cloud. And it was just cool to have a napkin that said 7th Heaven on it. Let me move my stuff so it's not all over the place. Alright, so the next thing I bought from Artnia is this. This is a chocolate parfait, or like a plastic phone charm of it. And if you see really closely, that's Cloud's Buster Sword in the parfait. Daphne had the parfait, and it was really, really tasty. Oh, and there's a charm that says Artnia on it. I know you can't read it because it can't zoom in. But yeah, it's also one of those cool phone charm things where you could plug it into your phone jack so that it's not just flopping all around. But yeah, special Artnia keychain. I also bought... Ooh! Stuff is falling everywhere. I also bought a character strap. This is a Flood. It was one of the unversed enemies from Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep. Surprisingly, while we were there, we saw a lot of Kingdom Hearts stuff, but at the same time, not a lot of Kingdom Hearts stuff when you compare it to other things. So it was really sad being in Japan, and it's just like, the most they got when it comes to Kingdom Hearts is like CDs and like a very, very slim selection of figures. But yeah, I picked this up. It was the last one, because Daphne bought the one before it, so technically we both got the last ones. It is like the other one where it has like the little phone jack so you could plug it into your phone's headphone jack. And yeah, really cool. I've always wanted one of these, but they were always so expensive in the US, like when you go to cons and stuff. The next thing is from the Gundam Cafe. So again, I know it won't resolve, but it's from the Gundam Cafe. I'm gonna try and not rip this sticker up because it's a really cool sticker. Yeah, I can already hear the paper peeling. Okay, cool. We got it. So we didn't really eat at the cafe. We only got to go to the shop because it was late. But I got this. This is, again, something for your headphone jack. But it's also a stylus. So that black part right there is a stylus for your phone. And yeah, I thought it was really cool. It says Gundam Cafe on it. If you look, the Gundam is wearing like an apron. As well as like the other Gundams on the side, like the Zaku. Which I guess isn't a Gundam. But yeah, really nice little phone charm. If I ever wanted to stick it on my phone. It was only $5. I wanted something from the Gundam Cafe, so picked up that. The next thing is this. So it was a gift from Daphne, and then I gave her one too. It's a charm that you pick up from temples. And we went to the temple that the Love Live temple was based off of. And I think it was called Kanda Myojin. But yeah, so it has Nozomi on it. So it's just a nice little good luck charm that you're supposed to give to friends. So she bought me one and I bought her one, and they both have Nozomi on it. So nice little charm there. Since I did play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh, I did pick up a pack of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They aren't open, so I don't know what's in here. I got this pack particularly because Arrow Mages came in it. Or 2 new Arrow Mages came in it, and like I've always wanted support for Arrow Mage decks, and it was like a tuner and then a synchro monster, so it was perfect. I don't know what's in it. Maybe I'll open it eventually. If not, life moves on. So back at the arcades, these are 2 other things that we won. So for those of you who play Tales games, this is Colette from Tales of Symphonia, and this is Luke from Tales of the Abyss. Personally, Tales of the Abyss is my favorite Tales game. So we tried really hard for this one, and the funny story behind this is that we tried so hard that eventually Daphne yelled out really loudly like, "Damn it, Colette!" And then like one of the employees came over, and she's just like, "Let me make this a little bit easier for you." So she put this at like the very edge, so that the claw pretty much just had to like nudge it, and then it would fall into the prize pickup bin. So yeah, she had mercy on us and like helped us with this one. For Luke though, we just won him straight up. It was one of those claw games where it fell down like this and then picked up. And this was sideways, so it picked it up like this and just lifted it and dropped it. But yeah, just some nice little attachments for bags and stuff. Naturally, I also had to pick up some card material stuff, so I picked up a 4-pocket binder. Unfortunately, it's not side-loading. So for those who play card games, side-loading pages are a really big deal. But if you look actually on the picture, there's like these little pockets at the top. So it's like you put the card in, and then it gets sealed between like those 2 little pockets. So that little slit and the big slit like keeps the card in there. And I always just needed a 4-pocket binder. So there's that. I bought some card supplies. So these are like $6 in the States. These are just perfect fit sleeves for standard cards. So I put my Weiss cards in them. You can't ever have too much of them. And then I got oversleeves for when I make an Umi deck. And the sleeves you saw earlier, you know, you put your character sleeves in these to prevent your sleeves from getting damaged. So yeah, just picked up some oversleeves. Naturally, we also picked up cards. So while we were there, one of the big things is that I didn't notice it. Daphne noticed it. But they had Kingdom Hearts cards. And it was like the coolest thing ever to see because I've prior to the last time I ever saw them was, I believe, 2011. And I never saw them ever again after that. So I never had a chance to, you know, pull super rare pulls like Roxas and End of the World. So when Daphne saw them, I was super excited and then hyperventilated a little bit before we bought all of them. So yeah, Kingdom Hearts cards. Naturally, I bought a box of Weiss. I wanted to buy a Charlotte box, but they didn't have any, so I picked up Persona Q. It was like, look at them. They're all like little tiny versions of the Persona characters. And then I picked up a few singles as well. So, if I could open this packaging. Alright. So I picked up some Yu-Gi-Oh cards, naturally. some of the ones worth noting are, if you've ever seen the Yu-Gi-Oh anime, there was this thing called the Destiny board, and in the English version it was censored. So in the English version, it spells out, it's like a Ouija board, and it spells out 5 cards that spell out the word final. But in the Japanese version, so let me arrange this. So Yu-Gi-Oh was heavily censored when it came to the States. So the Japanese version doesn't say final, it actually just straight up says death. And pretty much when you have all these cards out, you win the game. So I just thought it was cool because, you know, it was like Yu-Gi-Oh censorship, and then at the bottom it actually says goodbye. I just had to pick them up. It was super interesting. Then I also picked up some Dark Magician cards because they're not out in the US. So this is Burning Attack, and then I think it's like Union Attack. Black Burning Attack. And then I picked up a Gold Series Dark Paladin. And of course, when I saw these, I had to buy them. So I picked up 3 of the Arrow Mage tuner. I believe it's let's see, Aroma Serafina. I don't know, my Japanese is really bad right now. But yeah, I picked up 3 of the tuner, and then one of the synchro card. And I think this one's really good. If I remember correctly, it's like every time you gain life points, like something about minus 500 attack and defense to your opponent. Really cool. Had to pick it up. I don't know when Invasion of Poison is coming out to the US, so might as well just throw them in now. The next set of singles that I picked up were... Oh, literally Japan tapes everything together. I don't know if it's like an authenticity seal, but it's like when you buy something, they tape up your bag, and if it's a gift for someone else, they'll give you like extra bags. So this is a gift for me and a friend, actually. So shout out to Odessa if you're watching this. These are very rare Dark Magician Girl cards. If I remember correctly, they were like a promotion for something. So this WJMP, I know it's not resolving, but trust me, that's what it says, is like a jump promo kind of thing. So there were 2 left. I bought one for me, one for her. And lastly, of course, I had to pick up some Weiss cards. So aside from that box of Persona Q that you saw earlier, that purple box of cards, I also picked up a bunch of singles. So these are like all the singles that I picked up of Persona Q. And then they had like nice little foil versions of some of them, which I thought looked really cool. She was Best Girl from Persona 3. And... oh, this is actually Daphne's. So that's Daphne's. That's Daphne's. And yeah. So I picked up some singles. They were only like 29 cents a pop. So yeah, picked up some Weiss singles. It was a set that was only released in Japan, which is super sad because having the support would have been nice for when I was building my Yukiko deck, if you watch that one on my channel. And lastly, the final 2 things that I picked up from Japan were a Formation Arts figure, which, for those of you who don't do like figures and stuff, Formation Arts was like a very, 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 very old Kingdom Hearts figure set. As of, somewhere ranging around like 2008, 2009, 2010, they discontinued them. But I thought it was really cool because these Formation Arts, they were chess pieces. So let me pick up one actually that I have here. So this was one that I bought in, I believe, 2011, I believe. And this is a chess piece. Now, if you look on the back, there's a little crown there. The crown represented the piece that the figure represented. So this is Sora, and he's a king piece. Now, the problem is, because they got discontinued, they became very hard to find and very rare. So this one I bought is of the Shadow, right there. These Shadow Heartless. They act as the black pawn piece, and they're like $80 on eBay if they're available. So when I saw this at a shop for $20, it's all wrapped up. So I mean, like, I'm probably gonna open it. So let me see if I can just unravel the tape, because it's tape galore land in Japan. There we go. Alright, so these are all the individual pieces. Like I said, there's a chess piece. So this is a pawn. This is what the pawn piece looks like. And yeah, $80 in the US versus $20 in Japan. I am totally picking this up. If you guys ever see any more of these floating around the US, let me know, because I'd be totally down to buy them. It'd be super nice to have a full chess set of that, but that's expensive. Lastly, one last thing I bought. Every Keyblade wielder needs this. And for those of you who haven't seen, you know, I always keep like my Keyblade by my bed. This is my Keyblade. The last thing I bought is a Chirithy. And Chirithy is like the mascot of Kingdom Hearts Unchained Kai. Every Keyblade wielder has one. Daphne has one. I have one. So it's just really nice. It's like so soft. Its little ears. Its little coin purse. Or Lux purse, where it keeps like your experience. And it's got like a cape. It's a little cape. But yeah, I usually don't buy plushies, but every Keyblade wielder needs one of these. So yeah, that's like a full summary of all the stuff I bought from Japan. Sorry the video was an hour long. There was just a lot of stuff, like thousands of dollars worth of stuff. And then the other thousands of dollars went to cafes and stuff. And arcades. Oh my god, arcades. Because it's like, I thought, you know, 50 cents a play was expensive in the US, but it's like $1 a play there. And they're dollars, like they're 100 pennies equivalent, like $1 bill USD equivalent is a coin. So it's like easy to just keep putting coins in thinking that you have more money. So yeah, I spent a lot of money at arcades, spent a lot of money on cafes, spent a lot of money on stuff. But that's all the stuff I bought from Japan. I hope that you guys who are watching this are inspired to go to Japan and pick up all this cool stuff. Especially all the Keyblade wielders. Chirithy, limited time only. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed. If there's anything that you want to ask about the stuff that I bought, feel free to leave them in the comments below. I'm usually pretty prompt on answering those. But as always, till next time guys, take it easy.